All right, guys, so we're gonna try to fix this microwave. Actually, I've done a few of these. This is some brand off of Whirlpool. If your light on the bottom, this guy down here is either staying on or not coming on, and you've already tested your socket and you have power and you have a good bulb, 9 times out of 10, this is the problem. All right, so the problem is the board behind your, it's your main control board. To get to it, there's a screw right there. Pull that off, and then this whole piece comes up and then out. So I'm gonna kind of try to show you all this a little bit. It's just the whole thing. I pulled that screw out, up, the whole thing comes out, and then you just got some wires back here you'll have to disconnect to get this guy free. And then there is a screw right there for your ground wire. Better view of it. Once you unhook that top one, it goes right there. You can kind of get it down and actually see what you're working with. So you pull that screw, and these guys, the top of those press in and they just pull right out. And then the two on there, so you got a black and a brown, just remember where those go. All right, so we have all that unhooked now, and these two only go one place. These two we have, you can look before, or just try to remember black and brown where they go, and then your ground screw. So what you're left with is this. Push this guy in and this guy in at the same time, and then slowly pick up on it. This piece will come up, but not all the way out, and then you can slide this guy up, and I'll show you what that looks like. And then after that, you'll have your screws. There you go, and you pull those out. Okay, so I'll click those two in and pull that up. You can see it come up just a little bit. So then this thing right here is gonna slide out nice and easy. Now we're just gonna pull the screws out. All right, so old versus new board. Only real difference you're gonna see in this one, and this style of microwave, they're not all gonna be like this, but the old board has that guy, and this one doesn't. That goes for this white plug. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not 100% sure what that does or why that doesn't have it, but every one of these I've replaced on this microwave in particular, the new boards haven't had it, and everything still works fine. So maybe somebody can let me know what that does. So I got all my screws put in. Then you're just gonna do the same thing, both sides, same time, lift that up a little bit, and then slide that guy back in where it goes. When you tighten these screws up, just snug them. You don't wanna tighten them up real tight and crack your board or risk anything like that. They don't have to go very tight. So once you're sure, you have to be very careful with this so you don't break it or tear it. Once you're sure that is back in there good, all you're gonna do is click that guy back down in there. Clicks in, makes your connection, make sure it's good all the way across, and you're good to go. Now you can start reassembling everything. So once you got everything wired back up, it goes back on the same way it came off, up, and then it just clicks down into place, and you just have to put your screw back in up top, and then we'll power it on and see if it fixes the problem. Right, so one thing I forgot to mention, unplug it before you start doing any of this. So I just put it all back together and plugged it back in. The problem with this one was the light didn't work. The socket had power going to it on one side, but the wire that goes to the control panel didn't, owned it out. Everything on the socket was good. Another thing that these can do is the light will stay on down at the bottom, and that will be caused by this board too. But so I tested it, we know we're good. So light stays on or light doesn't come on, and you've already checked your bulb, already checked your socket. Most likely that's the problem on these Whirlpools. All right, good luck.